All right. This is Monday, June the 22nd, 2026. And we are in Hopkinsville, Kentucky at Rural King. Oh, you can smell the popcorn coming in. Do you remember that you get free popcorn here, AJ? Right here. You can get some free popcorn. You can smell that popcorn. Piano hinge.
Piano hinges are directly made just for pianos. I need them, one, for my new bumper swing for my lights.
But I mean, is that what they're technically called? I mean, are they technically called piano hinges?
This is called a continuous hinge. So does that answer your question?
Well, but just nicknamed piano hinge, I guess.
And then I need one for the cabinet doors. I need two short ones. So I can have fancy brass, or I can have silver. So that's for the cabinets. That way I can not have stuff falling on my head. This is a little expensive for a bumper light.
Was it 20 bucks?
34 bucks.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what the difference is. One is 6 foot and the other one's 8 foot, I think.
So 2 feet is the difference in the cost then?
They look identical to me. What's the difference? 148, there is no difference. They must have it hung up on the wrong one or something.
Yeah, that must be a miss.
How is 1/8? This one says it's 1.5, and I can't see through the phone. And this one says it's 1, 1, and 1/2, 48. 1, 1, 2 times 48. Oh, is there two of them in there? What the heck? There's not two of them in there, so how's one half the price? I think I finally recognized the difference.
What's the difference?
This one says stainless steel.
You okay with a little bit more than 6
Oh, really? Is that the stainless steel? Well, then what's the material of the other one?
Just steel. I don't see the difference with my eye.
If you need me to. How many increments do you need?
But one of them says stainless, see?
Alright, so 2 feet. It'll be like a foot.
Meaning one will rust out and the other one won't.
I don't know if you have a foot and a half or not.
So anyway,
Well, you
this
don't
should
want it
take
to
care of
rust.
the bumper, and this should take care of the cabinet.
So you're going to get the stainless steel one
Let me
then?
go grab a tape measure.
I'm not getting stainless steel.
You're not?
Not worried about rust.
It should be
Okay.
It's a Michigan truck. It has rust from bumper to bumper.
fine. Breaking.
Pink. I got a major hat. Wee, I'm a cowboy Kirby. It's pink. Look at that. And it's light pink. All right, you all. We are at Hampton Meat in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. This is a local butcher shop. It was established the year my brother was born in 1975, 51 years ago. I just got bacon the other day. But now I did get the peppered bacon by accident.
My bacon went bad in the truck, so I didn't.
Better known company, dry rub spices for smoking and grilling meats and vegetables.
will take. I don't like how much air has been on top of those ones on top. Can you get the ones underneath the choice ribeye? Yeah, that one you just uncovered. And that one up on the top with you. Yes, ma'am. And this one right back here in the middle. Yes, ma'am. And how many is that?
It's 2.
Oh, it's all in 2? Can you pick? Okay. Probably 4. They're right there underneath. Yeehaw, that's all I want. That's it. Now, do you know what you're going to do?
Well, hello everybody. So this is June the 23rd, Tuesday, June the 23rd, 2026. It is Tuesday morning, about 11 o'clock a.m. and we will be taking AJ back to the boys' home on Thursday the 25th. So that will put him here a week. But the good news is that 1 week later, on July the 2nd, we will go back and get him again, and then that's it. He will be home for good. So it's kind of weird that we have to take him for a week. I mean, he's been home. Thursday will be a week that he's been home, come the 25th. And then we have to take him back for a week. One last week at the boys' home. It's just protocol. One last week at the boys' home. And then we'll get him back right before the July the 4th holiday weekend on July the 2nd. And then he will be done with the boys' home for good. He will be done. So we're telling him he's just got 1 week to go back. That's it. So it's a lot of back and forth and a lot of expense on our part of transport and him being home and everything, but we're coming to an end. We're actually coming to an end on this mess. So Stephen is putting him to work this afternoon to help him. So Stephen, I see some door.
Well, I was gonna change the oil, and I got to get it over and get steer tires too, or take the steer tires off and take them down. But as soon as I opened this door, I realized I gotta fix this door.
Oh.
Because I have to fix it. It's a project that has to be done that I always forget about.
And that's how it works around here. He thinks he's gonna do one thing, and then he's stuck doing something else.
Well, that's gonna be AJ's door right there. Instead of me taking it off and spending all day, which I don't have a whole lot of time, is to take and pull this out, put some vice grips on it, and add a weld right here. And that way when I pull it out, it'll get caught up on that weld. And when the trailer goes together, it'll kick it up and it will automatically lock. That was Orland's idea, and I like it.
Well, thank you, Orland.
Because all I have to do is get the welder out and weld it.
Well, thank you, Orland Craft.
But I got stuck on a door. So a door first. Then I gotta take, I would prefer, it costs me the rate of cost of fuel right now, and at 5 miles a gallon, it costs me $1 a mile. It's 40 miles over and 40 miles back. That's $80 to run over there. So I'd be better off just to, I gotta rotate those tires. They charged me $200 to rotate those tires. Well, when I asked them to put beads in my steer tires, I didn't realize that they thought that I said beads in all the tires. So all the tires have beads in them, which is fantastic. But the problem with beads in all these tires I can't check the air pressure because the beads go up into the nozzle and it messes it up. So while I'm rotating the tires, I'll lay them down where I can check the tire pressure where they're laid down. So, and I already know what all you're going to say. Well, you got to rotate the stem to the top in order to check it. Well, I've known that for 20 years. And with the stem to the top, the beads are still up inside that nozzle. So, it's for some reason they're getting up in there. So I spent over a half an hour checking that one tire. Imagine a half an hour for all 10 tires. So I got to rotate them anyway. I want those. I'm going to crisscross them. And while I'm crisscrossing them, I can. They want $200 to rotate them. So $200. I got my own tools. Just dig in and use a little bit of this fat. You know, maybe find some muscle and swap these tires around. Check the air pressures. And I'm thinking about taking the steers off and loading them up in the back of the. I got a forklift. I don't have to lift them. I can just lift them into the back of the pickup truck. My 350 isn't done yet. Mr. Paducah he warned me, but they've had it since Thanksgiving. I might get it back one of these days. Anyway, so can't take the 350. I can load those up with the forklift in the back of the 150. Take them to Clarksville. And the reason why I don't use my local guy is because they put the last 3 or 4 sets on my truck. Well, they're in more of a big hurry than they are in doing the job right. And what does that mean? Well, anytime you take a tire off the rim, you should always take a wire brush and clean that where the beads seal. We've always done that whenever I change tires. Everywhere I've went always does that. The Coleman tires, as much as I like using them, they don't do it. And 2 things could have caused the wear on my steer tires. One, it had 15 weights on each tire. I don't know how much that is, but 15 of these on each wheel, and plus it had beads. So that could have did the damage to the tire. Or the internet says what's happening is I get a stretch about this big on this inside tread. Nowhere else. It's not all the way around. We got big old
Is that a sprayer?
yeah, not a crop duster as somebody would say.
That's a sprayer.
But it does the same thing as a crop duster.
Yeah, the crop duster is the airplane.
Yeah, but anyway, so if it was the way that would be, so if it's the inside, it would be camber. And so camber is the tire, this is the outside, this is the inside. Camber is up or in or out, okay? So if the camber was like that, the part that's high up in the air would wear most because it's scrubbing the ground. It doesn't have contact. So this side would be wore, and it would be wore evenly. Well, what's happening is I get a spot about 2 feet big with knots in it. Not all the way around the tire, just in that one spot. And it starts off just very gently, and then once it starts, you can't stop it. The rest of the tire looks beautiful, but the one spot has these flat spots. And the reason why I'm aiming at that is because anytime I park the truck, they never seem to show up. Oh, here we go. So, for instance, I saw it. Here you go. See this flat spot right here? See that?
Oh, yes.
So there's another one right next to it and another one there. That's the only place it does that on the rest of the tire. And the whole tire, look at this. The rest of the tire is beautiful. So, and that's how good of a tire this is. This tire's got a year's worth of wear on it. Until you get down here and see that. So what causes that? Well, the internet says that this right here is your rim. Okay? You see this right here? Over here. This is the rim. Well, this right here is called the bead. And if when you take this tire off to put a new one on, where this old bead has been sitting on this rim, it gets caked up, and you're supposed to clean the inside of this rim. So when you put your new tire on, it will seat against this rim cleanly. And if it doesn't, it will cause these spots. So it's either one or two things. One, they didn't take these weights off. And 3 tire changes, they never took the wheel off. They just took the tire off, put a new tire on, and they never even cleaned the wheel.
And they broke your lug nut covers.
Yeah, they didn't even take the lug nut covers off. They broke a couple of those too. And so that's one, they didn't take these off. 2, they didn't clean the wheel, so the bead may not have set on there. And the last set of tires that I put on here were a cheap set of tires, but they did the same exact thing. So all that being said, much as I like using my local people, and he's actually my neighbor's brother. I've tried to use them. I've used them for several years, but because of this, they're in such a big hurry to get the job done instead of doing it right. I'm going to adventure off to Clarksville, and I really want to put Michelin's on, but these guys promised me that they would do my wheels and clean them all up and do it correctly, and I'll be getting Goodyears, and they're the premium Goodyears. They're $850 a tire. They will mark it down, and total cost will be $1,300. So the tires over here, Michelin's, would cost me closer to $2,000. So anyway, I've run Goodyears, and I've run Firestones. I've run them all. Kelly's. I haven't run Cooper. Never had a Cooper steer tire. And one time I bought cheap steer tires, and they didn't last 90 days. And so I won't ever do that again. Oh, except for 20 years ago, I ran some road something.
Road X. Didn't you have like Road X? I mean,
something. But so twice I put cheap tires on the steers, and it's not worth it. It's not worth nobody's life. These not only protect your life, they protect everybody else's life too. So you blow a steer tire as a car next to you, you might kill a family. So these things are important.
okay, so a question for you.
I'm thinking about taking these to Clarksville because of this cupping right here on that inside tread. The internet says that the bead isn't sitting very well. Plus I found 15 weights on each wheel. So, and have they taken the wheels off and cleaned them up, they would have saw the weights in there. So 3 tire changes. The wheels never came off. They never got cleaned, and these weights have been on there the whole time. So I don't know if it was the weights or if it was the bead. So that being said, I'm not taking them to my regular people.
all right, so here's a question for you. And it's worth asking anyway.
I got all that out. This one's screws.
So, since these are...
Why is it getting in trouble?
Because I don't think I got the wrong size. It's like really.
Well, first of all, what happens is this screwdriver is made for big screws. So if you go inside there in the garage, on the drawer all the way to the top, or the second drawer, you'll find little tiny screwdrivers that will take out these tiny screws.
Right. Yeah, because I got those ones out with that, and I got one of these, and it's...
Yeah, you don't want to sit there and spin, because then you tear up the screw. Or the screwdriver.
Okay, so like going to Goodyear, would you get? Will they? I don't know if you're going to Goodyear and they don't have Michelin's, then what do they?
Yeah, they said we don't carry Michelin's. We're Goodyear.
So then, what happens to this pretty good tire, except for the fact that it has a flat spot? Is it a total loss? Do you get a rebate on it?
They might give me a core on it, which is about $100.
So $100
for a tire that cost me $700.
But then what would they do?
And the reason why it cost me $700 is because of those other tires going bad within 90 days.
So
I would have paid $900.
So then what would a Goodyear do with a Michelin a core?
Nothing. I just told you they'd give me a core charge for $100.
Yeah, but then they just send it off, right?
They just send it into a company that recaps them.
Okay. All right.
That's what they do with cores. They get recaps.
$100 for a what, a $700 tire?
$2,700 because I got a rebate for them tires last night.
Right.
But they were closer to $1,000 a piece.
Yeah, they were. Originally, they were
$900.
That's right. But there's really not anything you can't salvage it and do anything with it, right?
I mean, if I had my own trailer, I could put them on my trailer, but I don't have my own trailer, so they would just sit around and rot.
That's sad. That's a huge loss of money. That's sad.
That's why I need to fix the problem. That's why I need people mounting tires on there correctly. It's one thing to have a problem with your truck, and I've rebuilt everything from the bumper to bumper. And then I paid $500 to have it aligned. But it wears out 3 sets of tires in a year and a half. That's how long I've had this truck. And I gotta figure, it's gotta stop. I can't afford to buy freaking tires every 4 months. $2,000 a tire.
No. No, you can't.
If it doesn't fit, get another one. That's not even a Phillips.
I couldn't find the Phillips.
Well, if you can't find a Phillips, here's another set of screwdrivers right here. It has all kinds of settings in there. See those?
So I'm supposed to use.
So put that back where you got it. And then what you do is you get the tool to work this and try one of these screwdrivers out. Now these screwdrivers, in order to use these, you have to have a pair of pliers to get them out. And then you have to have a tool to operate it.
So what do I grab in order to use those?
Come over here. I'm not going to talk into the wind. So you got to have this in order to get the tool out. You got to have this in order to operate this tool. Or a ratchet. So what you want to do is think, well, which one of these do I think will work? So I'd look over here and I'd go, well, I know I don't want a big one because all the big ones didn't work. So I would probably look in here for the smallest tip that I could find. And this one here looks like it might have a very small tip. So set over here. See if it grips. Seems like it grips pretty good. Then apparently the magnet isn't working in that. And seems like to me it still moves. It's not really the best fitting. So the problem with this one here is it's too pointy. But it was a good fit.
So your dad uses the four-wheeler as a mobile tool transporter.
I did.
Well, it's very convenient.
So I have another set of those. I thought I put them both into the same thing. Same bag, but I don't see them.
So when we were at Rural King yesterday, Stephen picked up these hinges.
Well, I know I have another set of these.
Will these work? I mean, will this work? Here, will that work?
Put it in there and see if it grips it.
No, that one's too small.
So Stephen's going to repurpose these doors in a very remarkable way.
That's amazing how I thought I put those screws.
These are the doors off of the cabinet that he took out to put AJ's bunk bed in. And so he's going to repurpose them somehow in the truck. He'll have to explain later what he's doing with them. AJ, do you know what Dad plans to do with these doors?
Yeah. Put it right up there.
Right up where?
Right there to cover all the stuff up there from falling off.
So I don't want nobody stepping up here and busting anything.
Anyway, that cabinet.
So anyway, the cabinets that I took off. I had to move all the stuff because there's no longer any cabinets back there to put all my stuff in, and all my cooking utensils are now above my head.
Oh.
So, and the roads are really bad, and it's guaranteed that stuff will come flying out and hit me in the head. You don't want any driver driving a semi-truck going down the road getting hit in the head with a frying pan or anything. So, the object is to take those cabinet doors and put them up there so nothing comes flying out and hit me.
Well, that makes sense. Absolutely.
So
And that's all about repurposing.
Maybe they're here. Yeah, there they are. Hit them from myself. So, and the reason why these ain't in here is because I didn't put them away. So, this looks like the same exact one that I just used. This one may be able to do it. Let me try. Let's see. That feels pretty grippy. So, then I want these to come off of there too and go in there.
So what piece did you just use? Which one of these pieces did you just
You can see it's right here, up in there. Freightliner built these doors. That's how they got like.
Well, yeah, you've said many times that Freightliner does not make a good door. You've said that many
They
times.
definitely don't know how to make a door.
Is that across the board?
Well, the doors that they have on the new trucks are not. They obviously, the designer got old and died, or retired or something, and he's not the same designer anymore. Thank goodness. So the new designer of their doors doesn't do the way that they did when they built these FLDs. But they, the designer didn't know what he was doing, or he was in a hurry, or whatever the problem was. But first off, they put the internals mounted to the outside here. You don't have a clue what's happening. And you don't know how to adjust anything or anything. So, well, because that's the first thing I recognized, that was the first thing I wanted to limit. Eliminate. Or however the
Eliminate.
word. Eliminate. So what I did, I gotta have a drill. Is what I did is I made a piece in there to hold the internals. There, get them out. Well, if these don't work, then I'll have to get them out. That was another thing that they did really bad. So they use screws to mount this, and electrolysis, because this is metal and that's aluminum, you have what you call electrolysis. And so every one of these screws break off. They don't ever come off. So that's another thing. I got to drill and tap each one of these in order to put, I'm going to put rivets in. So, but this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I made to hold the internals in. So now that I took that panel, see, they had everything mounted to that panel. And when you took it off, all these internals would just fall out. And they would be hanging there. And the window would come falling down and all kinds of stuff. So I built this, but I need to perfect it. What I need to do is I need to measure this with this and just make one piece instead of a two-piece. Although this two-piece works just fine. But if I want to be a perfectionist, I could do this in one piece. But again, it works just fine like it is. So I'll have to convince myself at another time. Another thing, that piece of glass that I put up there,
So what do you want me to do now? We got them all out.
Doesn't fit. It needs to be shaved down about 1/16 of an inch, so it will go all the way up.
So I got them all out. What do you want me to do now?
And I also want to get this in there a little bit better. I think I did. I put a rivet. Oh, well, it's riveted in, so I guess I don't have to worry about that. So it's in there fine. But that glass definitely needs to drop out. Plus, I have a new motor for this, and I have one for the driver's side. But I just mainly want to focus on this door right now. So because this is the one AJ is going to be going in and out of, and he's really rough on stuff. He doesn't have
Finesse.
Yeah, he's not really easy on anything. He slams things, he bumps things, he stomps on things, and so this door would instantly be tore up by him. So I need to fix it before he starts using it. So what you're going to do next is there should be an ink pen with the screwdrivers. So, first of all, you want to know what you're doing before you do it. So, you put this up here, and you want to see exactly where it's going to go. And put it right at the center of that button right there. The sweat beads are out, so you'll put it right in the center of that button. And now this is going to be the hinge that it goes on. And yeah, it's gonna work great. So okay, so now that we know that will work great, the next job is to mount this onto the door. I have, this is for the new, that's the driver's side. So those are broken from slamming them over the years. So I bought these new. This is going to be the new door handles. So while I have that door apart, when we put it back together, these will have to be shaved off because now we don't use a wind wing anymore. But we will have a new door panel. That one's broken. And so we'll put these on new. And then I don't think there's anything wrong with the passenger side, but I also have new latches as well. So I'm gonna change that out. I need to take the glass down and get it shaved, 1/16 of an inch. Put these new latches on and this handle and door opener. So basically the door will be brand new. Plus I have new rubber you see laying on the floor down there, which I probably won't be using, but I also have more new rubbers around here. I try to keep that stuff in stock. So what you are going to do gonna get blinded by the sunlight. I know that. Okay, but if you get this center of this hinge too close to this, right? It's not gonna work correctly. So it needs to be just a little bit out, right? Of course, you're not mounting it to that side. This is the side that goes to the cabinet. So this is the side that's gonna go to the door.
All right, so that part needs to stick with that where I got it.
This part is mounted to the door. This part is going to the cabinet.
So it looks something like...
You want to get it on there like yay. You want to back, so you see this right here?
Mhm.
That's how you can tell if it's right. You see this door, this flap right here?
Yes, sir.
It needs to go back, of course, see?
Mhm.
So first you put it up there with your thumb. Make sure it's even between these two. And then you want to make sure that this flap works correctly. See that?
Yes, sir.
That it opens and closes.
Mhm.
Take your hand off there. Don't work against me. Okay. So those are going to be your drill holes. This is your opportunity to learn how to use a drill. Now these are very tiny screws. So you'll have to use a very tiny drill bit. So I don't have any drill bits out here. Then you put this back away where it belongs. Then you take this and hold it in your hand. If it's going forward, it gets smaller. See?
Okay.
It goes backwards, it gets bigger. See?
Okay.
You want to get it as small as you can get it. Take it up, put the drill to right at the bottom of that cut. This is the cutting blade. And now the drill is always straight up and down. If you get it sideways or crooked or left or right, you're screwing it up. So you want to make sure, take that knob off of there. Wait a minute. Maybe you don't have to. So you want to make sure you're straight up and down. And you get that right in the center of that black dot. And you don't push on it.
You just let it do.
You just sit there and hold it as straight. You want to look at it like this.
Mhm.
Look at it like this and make sure it's straight.
All right.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Because if it's crooked, you screwed up. And you don't want to go all the way in. You just want to get it started. See? Just barely. Maybe about that much. See?
Yes, sir.
I don't need holes all the way through. So when I look up, I see, look where all those holes. You just take it, stick it right in the center of the black spot, and just barely hold it. Make sure that you are straight this way, straight that way, straight, straight. That is completely straight. Turn it on slowly. Don't grum like you do the four-wheeler. Just turn it on. You're just trying to get the hole started, see? That's all you want to do. Just like that.
So like, hang on a second.
Steven, watch him.
So like this?
Make sure it's centered up on that hole, that black dot.
Yeah, it's straight.
And then you want to make sure that that drill is straight up and down. Do not put your whole finger on that drill bit when it's coming on.
Alright.
Now first, before you go drilling, feel what you got. You want to do it slow. You don't want to do it full blast.
Okay, it's on the dot.
No, it's not on the dot. All right. Now, you see how you look at here. Look from over here. Look at it. Does that look straight?
No,
That's where you had it. How's that?
That's better.
Okay, well, how about this direction?
Yeah.
Does it look straight up and down?
Yeah.
That's what you got to achieve.
A little more.
Yep. Make sure before you turn it on that it's straight. I can see that it's not straight. You have it leaning too far this way.
Straight.
Meaning you're drilling your hole crooked.
Straight.
No, you're crooked.
No?
Yeah, you are. Here. Now go over there and go back there. Does that look like it's straight?
Yeah.
That looks like it's straight.
Yes.
Does that look like it's straight to y'all? Ladies and gentlemen, move AJ. Does that look straight to y'all?
Nope.
That's where AJ says it's straight.
It looks straight.
It's the leaning
This
tower.
is straight right here. See the difference between you and it really being straight.
You have the leaning tower.
This being straight.
That looks like it's weighing too much in that direction.
This way. You're looking at this right here. You're not looking at nothing else but this drill bit.
Right.
You had it like this, and you said it was straight.
Because it looks straight like that.
It's not straight, not even close to being straight. And if you think that's straight, then you have no business drilling. So here's another way. If your eyeballs can't figure it out, like you just showed me that your eyeballs can't figure it out. So this is the hole that you're doing, and you say that it goes like this. Okay, so this tells me that you're crooked. Now look at that. You see how that looks like a triangle in there?
Right.
Well, that's where you said it went. I tell you it goes like this. So this is, when you see that is straight, now you see how the drill is straight up and down with that?
Yeah.
Okay, then you want to go over here. It's kind of hard to do with that one. But you can do it over here on the flat spot. See the flat spot?
Mm-hmm.
Then you can look right here. You want to see the straight line. See how it's straight?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know it's straight there. And then you look here, you see a straight line. See a straight line?
Yep.
Okay, now you know it's straight. And again, you don't want that to go all the way through. Drilling holes is very important. If you get a crooked hole, you could damage thousands of dollars worth of parts. Okay? So what you want to do, put that right in the center of the black dot. Right there. Mm-hmm. And then see, you can use this. This is called a straight edge. So you use this straight edge to make sure you're straight. So you're straight there, and then you go over here, and you can look at it this way and say I'm straight. So everything looks straight. Yeah, there you go. So the next hole is right there. Okay. Now, here's one of the issues that you're having. I can tell you what you want to go over there and watch me. Here's one of your issues. You are getting over the top of it, and you want to stay over the top of it. Well, the problem is by doing that, you can't really see your work. So you want to get back from it like this. Take your head back away from it. Take your head away from it so you can go like that. Now you can see. Pull your head away from the seam. See? Mm-hmm. If you look at it like this, you'll never be able to tell. If you're looking at this, do you think that I could tell? What do you think?
Maybe.
I don't think so. Does it look crooked?
No.
Well, it does to me. It was close to the top. So you want to pull your head back like this, okay? Then turn it like that so you know where it's straight. And then you do the same thing. You can see here that it's not. Pull your head back. You see that it's straight, or is it straight? Where does it need to go?
Oh, a little further in.
To the top or the bottom?
Topish.
Okay, like that?
Yeah.
Now all this has gotten me off my black dot, so. Alright, so there we go. I'm straight up and down from here. I'm straight there. I saw you, buddy.
Good evening, everybody. It's 20 minutes to 8 o'clock, and yes, 8 o'clock, and the sun is still up. It is, well, the other day was the first day of summer. The other day was the summer solstice. June 21 was the summer solstice. This is June the 23rd. Stephen actually designed these tags. So these were special order, and I'm going to assume that because they're so patriotic, that they were done in honor of the 250th anniversary of our country.
I have a set of those coming. the fluffer on it.
When I guessed that Stephen did that in honor of the 250th anniversary, so Tim Gentry has nothing to do with this design. Stephen designed this himself. And of course he has the old tattered flag look. Look at that. So he has the bright stars and stripes and the red, white, and blue, and then the old tattered flag. So very nice, Stephen. Very nice. So here are the other set for the other door that he doesn't have them on yet. But yeah. So he's got to put that on the other door. So here's a piece of glass. What? Is that plexiglass?
That is. That's all I can get for now.
Even I didn't witness it, but I certainly heard about it after it happened. So, what happened with the window?
I was grinding it down and it broke.
The window that right here. The $200 window that a special ordered $200 window for the wind wing delete.
Yep.
So if you all recall, several months ago, Stephen took out the wind wing on this door several months ago. And he called it the wind wing delete because he doesn't like wind wings.
Especially when they're right in the middle of a mirror.
Right, and that was the biggest issue, is that it was right there, and the wind wing was in the visibility of the mirror, and it really bothered Stephen. So he redid the whole window where he took out the wind wing, and there was a $200 piece of glass. But it didn't quite fit just perfect, right? And you were trying to shape it down a little bit.
Yeah, because the people in town wouldn't answer the phone, so I did it myself. And I was doing a great job, and then I guess I got overconfident, and it just popped, blew in 1,000 trillion billion pieces. When you get ready, you can go in there and clean it up.
Well, Stephen wasn't kidding. That's a lot of glass. Oh, wow. That's so sad. You don't want to get that in your foot. Oh. I don't even know. There's just no way you can get every piece up. Wow. You don't want to be stepping on bare feet with this. Right. Well, that's going to be a project in itself to get that cleaned up. That is, man, that's a lot of glass. And you can see the shatter. You can see all the veins in it. I mean, it wasn't like that. I mean, obviously, it was a clear piece of glass, obviously. But as it smashed and cracked into 1,000 pieces, it made some type of special design. And how in the world are we going to get all that cleaned up? Okay, so you were taking a sander to the glass? Is that what you were doing?
Well, I was grinding it down.
You were grinding the glass.
Grinding it down.
With a grinder?
With a grinder.
Oh, man.
tight.
But you were doing so well.
Watch out.
Can I let my hand down now?
Watch out. Watch out. Go ahead and put this in so I can close the door for the night.
Again, this is a temporary fix. He's not intentionally going to be using plexiglass as a window. But it's supposed to rain tonight, right? Well, it rains all the time. It's not in the there track. I practiced on one glass and I was able to get it down, and so I practiced on this glass, and I shaved off what I needed to shave off, which was a 1/16 of an inch. And so after practicing on this one, I went over there and did the other one, and I was doing real good. And at the last second, I turned away, and when I did, I tilted the grinder too much, and it caught the glass and went poof! Wow.
Blew up. So got too confident. Blew up a $200 glass.
Oh, that's new?
New, what you call it? This is new. This door handle right here, because that one's busted to pieces. See?
And how'd that happen?
People slamming the door. Broke it 1,000 pieces. See? It's broken there. And then the driver's side is broken here, here, and there. So I got one for the driver's side. So, and then I gotta get this, I gotta get that off of there. That, and it goes right here. So I'm rebuilding the door, and I was gonna fit the glass when it exploded and put me on an adventure to find out what I was gonna do next, because couldn't get a guy to cut me glass, because this is a custom glass, because Freightliner Classics never had a full glass. So it's a custom made piece of glass. And anyway, the glass that I had wasn't custom made for this truck either. It needed to be fitted. And I was fixing to fit it. But like I said, it exploded on me. So I have this one up in there. And the thing about this one, it now is fitted. So now I can take it out and go get a glass cut.
From that?
From this one.
From the plexiglass.
That's correct. So now I can go get this glass cut, because I actually have a glass in there. But I'm going to finish it. And I'm going to get it done, and on another day I'll take it out and get a glass cut, because I'm going to do that door over there. Right now my goal is just to get this door together where it's operating. And so the door operates. So that AJ, because he's not very agile, and he doesn't operate things with finesse, and so this door needs to be the best that it can be, so that he can get in and out without it falling apart. So that's why I'm working on this door. That door actually needs, you know, these freaking doors are junk. So but when I'm done with this, it will be redone. It will have new handles. It'll have a new fitted glass. It will have a new it will have its own internal body right here holding in the motor, and so it will be completely rebuilt. Plus I will seal that plate on there with rivets and get it all on there and sealed up nice and tight. And plus I adjusted the door in so it will be able to fit tighter.
What do you mean you adjusted it in?
It's got sheeting on it, that's why I can't see through it. Leave that on there, keep it from getting scratched. It's clear. You have to take the sheeting off when you're done.
Right.
But it will be clear. See? But because I have one cut and it's fitted, now that's a template for a glass to be cut. I didn't plan on working all freaking day, but I just was going to change the oil and ended up working on the door. Ended up being an all-day job. It has air bubbles, but they'll go away when the sun gets on it. Pretty cool, huh? That's my design for Blueford. It matches the rest of the truck. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, got the Cadillac out. It's gonna take change the oil in my truck yesterday, and I realized that it's dangerous in here. Realized that AJ's door needed to be fixed, so I pulled it apart. I practiced on this glass right here. You see that? I ground that down about 1/16 of an inch. Well, that's what I needed to do with the glass that was in the truck. I needed to grind it down for 1/16 of an inch. So I brought it in here and I was grinding down with this and with the grinder, and got it right to where I needed it, and it blew up. So I had to find another glass, but I couldn't find another glass because that's a custom glass, and the guy that I asked to cut it refused to cut it, and so I ended up getting a plexiglass and putting that in there for temporary use. Now all this bonding that I use takes 24 hours to set up, so but this is a new panel up here. I got the glass, and if you can see, it's all the way seated, no air leaks. I got a little rubber boot up here for the piece that always never fits, and I got a grease spot right there. Don't know where that came from. And then this is all sealed off to keep the sound and everything from and plus the panel and the internals, and it took me 2 days to get that taken care of. And anyway, so I got my door tags on. Just put this one here on today. So and then Blueford has decals gonna go on here that says Blueford in a 250th anniversary tethered flag. And then I have another one that's gonna be like on the black Freightliner that goes across the top with a YouTube go button. So anyway, so what is it AJ has to say? I didn't get to the fifth wheel yet. Jerry rig means?
Yeah, I just put it together whatever way it works.
But it wasn't put together whatever way it works. I've spent 2 days building it. Do you think I jerry rigged it?
No, not really.
Anyway, I had to fix that door because he's going to be getting in and out of it, and he does not have finesse, so that door is ready for him. And I got my door tags on, and AJ's going back to prison tomorrow. And get out of the grass, boy.
Okay.
Now you got grass all over you. You got to go in the house. Get it off. Take your shirt off and shake it. Get that off your pants. You don't have no grass in the house. So he's going back for exactly 7 days. And he'll be back here next Thursday. And that will be it. He'll be here for good, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful day, wherever you are. Have luck. God bless.
And later.
Do like I do, or don't do like I do. It's probably best for you not to do like I do. God bless, and
Later.
Later.
Hey everybody, so this is the 25th of June. You all, come on, you all. 6 months from today is Christmas. Can you believe it? As I'm standing in this warm, beautiful sunlight, maybe 80 degrees, just knowing that 6 months from today it's going to be Christmas Day. June the 25th, 2026, Hopkinsville, Kentucky, the Woodshed Barbecue on 7th Street. And let's go in and see what's going on. So one thing they have in here that I really like is they have a map where you can put a push pin where everybody has been that has eaten here. And also on this side they have like the countries. So I love that. I love that when a place of business has a map of the world and a map of the United States. And so look at that. We have actually had people from New Zealand and Australia. Oh my goodness. Wow, look at that. Alright, so they had just brought our food, and so let me show you here the Woodshed, 7th Street, Hopkinsville. They are now into their 3rd generation. Look at that. It was in March of 1984. So you all look at this feast. I have burgoo, I have pulled pork, I have potato salad, onion rings, and cornbread. And Stephen is enjoying a half a chicken. So you all, this was $12. Is that a good bang for your buck? This plate was $12. So for $12, I'm getting potato salad, local burgoo, 2 cornbread rolls, a generous amount of pulled pork, and look at how generous those onion rings are. So I would say that, you know, you could spend $12 at Subway easily, or McDonald's, but look what I get for 12 bucks. That is a very generous plate for 12 bucks. Very generous. And you're just eating a half a chicken. You didn't want anything more than that?
Well, I might eat your onion ring there.
You can have a couple onion rings, sure.
A couple.
Yeah. So again, 1984. So yeah, I love onion rings. So yeah, see how generous this plate is? Look at that. So, well, thank you, Stephen. So we just got finished taking AJ back. Well, we only had to take him to Bardstown. We didn't have to take him all the way to Pine Ridge. We took him to Bardstown, and from Bardstown they're taking him to Pine Ridge. So, and then he's got 1 more week there, and then he's ours for good. Yay! All right, well, I'm going to, and oh yeah, and I have sweet tea, and also you don't go anywhere without your disinfectant wipes. So we just like to keep our area clean and our hands clean with our disinfectant wipes. So I even cleaned the menu with our disinfectant wipes.
Before she gets started.
All right, everybody. Well, bon appetit from Hopkinsville, Kentucky, at the Woodshed.